All right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Eric F. King here, sales coach. Today, I'm excited to introduce to you my good friend, Kitty Mayaran. She is a brand strategy consultant, and I actually met her in a high level mastermind that I'm in. That's why it's good to be in those masterminds. And I saw how much she's doing for her tribe and for people around the world with branding. So today I'm going to introduce Kitty to you. So Kitty, do you want to say a few words? Welcome.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me on. So, as Eric mentioned, my name is Kitty and I'm a brand strategy consultant. And I work primarily with coaches, consultants, and therapists who speak English as a second language, who want to connect with English speaking audiences or international audiences, and maybe have a hard time about how to actually put themselves out there in English. So, this is where I come in and I help them develop a brand for the international market, as well as teaching them the marketing communication skills to be able to continue doing the business, continue promoting themselves in English even after we stop working together.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I teach sales, and with sales, you can't actually sell until you have someone in front of you, right?
Yes,
So that's why it's
exactly.
important. That's why I brought you on, because so you can teach us how to actually get the people in front of us, right?
Yeah,
So we can make that sale.
yeah,
All right. So
exactly.
I know one of the things you do is you have frameworks that you use,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That makes it very easy to understand and easy to implement. So, do you have? Because I think I heard of uh, a famous one that you have framework that you have about C's, 3 C's or something like that. Could you share that with the audience? I really want them to know
Yeah, of
about
course. Yeah, of course. So, as a marketer, we love frameworks in marketing because it just makes our life super, super easy. So, when I started doing market like brand strategy consulting, I decided I'm going to develop my own frameworks as well. So, I developed the only two up until now, but one of them is all about visibility. So, this one is the one that you mentioned, the 3C framework. And just imagine it like a triangle, and essentially, like you've got it each corner you've got like a C, and they kind of always are, they're like a never ending thing, so they're always going in a circle, I guess, even though it's a triangle. So yeah, exactly. So it's a never ending process, and it's a really, really crucial process to increase your visibility. So it's not so much, it's about like, yeah, exactly, about putting yourself in front of the right client and ensuring that they can find you. So to dive into it, so the three C's stand for connect, content, and collaborate. And I definitely think that visibility can be distilled down into these three things. It's all about connecting, content, creating content, and collaborating. So to go into like more depth, what I mean by connect, first of all, is to essentially curate your audience. So only connect with your ideal clients. A lot of people have thousands and thousands and thousands of followers on social media, and they're not able to close any of them because they're not their ideal client material. So you gotta be quite strategic about how you build your audience. You have to, first of all, clean up your audience, get rid of the people who are there, who maybe are from like a past job or whatever kind of other experience that are not really relevant. They could never become your client. Get rid of them. Even if it's hard, just get rid of them. Sometimes it can do a bit of harm to our ego to say bye to many followers, but it's very, very crucial for success. So get rid of them and then start building new connections. Create the profile of the kind of people you want to serve, and then start connecting with them. So on LinkedIn and on other social media platforms as well, but on LinkedIn in particular, you can really filter down into to find the people who are your ideal client type. So you can reach out to them and connect with them. Of course, don't sales pitch from the start. You kind of want to make sure that your outreach message is friendly and it's all about connecting for the sake of networking. And then when the time is right, Eric can help you convert them into clients very effectively. So that's like the first step. You got to connect and connect with your ideal client. The second step is content. So the second C in on your triangle is content. And by content, I don't just mean the content that you post. I don't just mean your content strategy. I mean the content on your profile. Okay, so especially if you're on LinkedIn, but on other platforms as well, you want to make sure that you have a really polished look. But on LinkedIn, especially because LinkedIn's SEO is quite strong, and especially if you have a rare name, when people Google you, your LinkedIn profile is going to come up before your website or anything else. So you got to make sure that when people click onto that, they're invited by content that is really exciting for them. So your about section, your headline, the stuff you put on the banner, that's all part of your content. And it has to be customer centric. So a lot of people like to talk about themselves and just list all their achievements and all their credentials, which is great, but it's not going to get people excited. So you got to put yourself in the customer's shoes and think outcomes. Okay, what are the outcomes of working with you, and really highlight those. Even though it says about you, you're actually more considering your client. So the other content that a lot of people overlook is commenting. Okay, commenting. So commenting, it is so crucial that so many people forget about. And I actually like to break this down into subsections. So you can comment on your ideal clients' posts. This is a really good way to engage with them. This is a really good way to show them your support. This is a really good way to stand out. You right, especially if they don't have much other engagement going on in their post. If you are the first person to comment, or if you're the only person to comment, they're going to be really impressed by that. They're going to take note of you. And that's really important, because you are also kind of like, at the same time, you are building a reputation for yourself of a person who cares. So by commenting, I don't just mean for the sake of commenting, but to leave genuine comments, leave thoughtful comments, leave any kinds of insights that match the the post. I don't know, just something to show that you care.
Yes.
So that's one type of commenting. Another commenting that works really well for visibility is commenting on influencers' posts. So find influencers, find people who do similar things to you but have much larger audiences, and then start engaging with their posts regularly as well. Because every time you post, and especially if you're gonna take your time and leave meaningful comments, it might go to the top of the thing, especially if the author re-engages with your comment. It might go to the top of the comment section, so everybody who follows that person will see your comment. So say, for example, you're a mindset coach and you start commenting on all things Tony Robbins, or I don't know, everybody who follows Tony Robbins are going to see your comment, and they're going to see that you too are a mindset coach. So they may be curious about, okay, maybe I want to work with this person. And it's not about stealing that person's clients. It's about offering those people an alternative to work one-on-one with someone, because a lot of the times these big time influencers, they don't have time to work one-on-one on people. A lot of the times they don't even do live coaching anymore. It's just a lot of digital products. So you're essentially just offering an alternative. So yes, that's for content. And don't forget about content in the DMs, of course, because we want to make sure that we are there to build relationships and, of course, sell when it's appropriate. And again, Eric can help you with that. It's, don't forget about how you show up in the DMs as well, because that's also going to be crucial for your brand. Like, what people are thinking of you. Are you constantly sending them things to buy from you, like pitching, or are you actually giving some value in the DMs, or are you taking the time to build relationships? So that's going to be crucial. And that's how we get to our last C. I feel like I'm just talking. If you want
That,
to
it's
interrupt,
okay. Yeah, well. You know what? If we can talk about the adding value, giving people value,
Mhm.
because a lot of people, they come online and they just want to take.
Yes.
I love how you talk about commenting and giving, right?
Yeah.
Giving. So tell us the importance of that, because a lot of people don't really understand the importance of giving people value so that they'll want to buy from you instead of just
Mhm.
trying to pitch. If you can talk about that before you get into the last one.
Of course, yeah. I think it's so important to remember that people buy from people, especially during times of economic hardship. So during economic hardships, like we're kind of living now, people are starting to um, consider how they're spending their money a lot more than before, than during economic upturn. So it is very crucial for you to build relationships with people so that they feel more comfortable or more invited to invest in your products or services. So showing up for them is quite crucial, and also giving, like I said, yeah, like giving value is quite crucial, so that you can show your expertise. You can show them like, listen, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just out here trying to take your money. This is going to be an investment for you, and you're going to get return on that investment. So for them to feel reassured about that, you've got to give a lot of value. You've got to show your expertise so that they start trusting you, they start liking you. So, we all know that we want to develop the like, know, and trust factor, or know, like, and trust. Sorry.
It's the
So
same thing. Yeah.
so with the commenting, you can actually get a lot of that done, because what are they? They're going to take note of you because you're commenting on their stuff, right? Then they're going to like you because you engage with their posts, even if no one else is, or even if not many people are. And then they're going to trust you because you're going to leave a meaningful comment with valuable insights. So you build that know, like, and trust factor so much quicker when you do this strategy than when you just post content on your feed and do nothing else. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it's really, really, honestly, it's such a great strategy. What I would say is, make sure that you create like an Excel spreadsheet or something similar, so that you can just kind of follow a system on how you comment, rather than just scroll all day long looking for
Yes.
content. So be strategic about that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I teach in sales. You do want to build the know, like, and trust. I
Yes.
always talk about building a rapport before you start actually pitching your product.
It's
And
so important, yeah.
and one thing I've done in the past too is, before I actually make a post, I would comment on about 10 different posts, right?
Yeah,
When you comment on them, what happens is, when you put your post up, all those people you commented on, they want to see who this is. So they go to your page, they see
yeah,
your post, then they comment on yours, right? So
exactly.
it's like magic. It's like magic, right? The more people you comment on, the more people will comment on yours. So it's
Exactly.
reciprocal. So I really love that. I really
Yeah,
love.
exactly. Like the LinkedIn algorithm, I'm pretty sure it works in a way that it kind of notices if you like, so if you say you leave a comment on someone's post and then they're engaged with that comment, then they're gonna start seeing your content.
Yes.
And then once they hit even just a like on your content, they don't even have to comment. Even if they just hit a like, then for the next couple of days they continuously see your content at the top of their feed. So in that sense as well, it's a really useful strategy. And then also you can take those conversations from the comments into the DMs much easier. You can just kind of, especially if you're having good conversation, like that happened to me before. We had very good conversation in the comments. We took it to the DMs, and we actually started like, collaborating and whatever. So it's really, really such an overlooked but such a powerful strategy. And of course there's also that love what is it called? Sorry, I'm not that not that great with the universal laws, but reciproc
I forgot it. I had it a second ago.
um yeah,
Reciprocity. Reciprocity.
exactly.
Got it. It's early here in
Yeah, well,
America.
it's
Okay.
afternoon for me, but it's very hot, so maybe my brain is
It's
just a
just
bit. But
reciprocity.
yeah, exactly. So the idea that if you give, you're gonna receive. If
Yes.
you give and you take the time, and it doesn't have to take you hours and hours every day of mindless scrolling. That's why I say, like, have Excel spreadsheets, have some kind of system in place, know exactly who are the people you want to engage in their content with, whether that's influencers or people that you want to work with, or collaborate with, so you can have different types of people that you comment on, and just find the time, half an hour a day, an hour a day, whatever your time allows you, and just do that, and you'll see that it's really gonna start paying back, and very, very quickly. Like, you would be surprised how quickly.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for that. I love your words of wisdom about the commenting and the building value and things of that nature.
Mhm.
I want to recognize, by the way, we have people from all over the world checking this out. Okay, so you are a superstar. We
Oh,
have Cassandra. Welcome to the call. She's here in the United States. We have Coral in the UK.
hi,
We
Paul.
have Linda, I think, in the United States. So a lot of people checking this out. Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
I'm so excited to have her because you guys have no idea how good she is at what she does and how
Oh,
good she
thank
is at
you.
helping her clients. So we really appreciate you. So
Thank
if you could just speak a little quickly on the organization, the spreadsheets, because some people are really, they want to know about that. How do you organize? Because a lot of us go on social media and we're just every day is something different. Like there's no organization to it.
Yeah,
And then you just go into this hole of just on
overwhelmed.
social media. Yeah, overwhelmed. You like you don't even know what you're doing, and you can't track your results, right? So give us an idea of what you do to be able to organize everything.
Of course, of course. So what I do is I have like each day, so I have like a spreadsheet, and then I have like Monday, Tuesday, and then I have 6 people a day that I want to work with, and I want to comment on their stuff, right? So I would just want to build some relationships with them. So basically I'll have like a Monday, and then I'll go through my audience, different names in my audience that I know we haven't spoken before, and I just feel like you're in my audience, I should engage with you. So I will write down their name. I will look for their most recent post, and I will leave a comment, and then I will put their name on this Excel spreadsheet. So then I know that on Monday I do this with 6 people, on Tuesday with 6 people, on Wednesday and Thursday is also with 6 people. And then what I do is that I monitor who replies back, because some people don't use LinkedIn, that actively. They just kind of post and ghost, which I don't recommend you do. If you post, always engage with the commenters, because they are making an effort to be there for you. So you should appreciate that and reply to that. So don't post and ghost. But yeah, some people still do, and that's okay. So I would give them like maybe about a week or so. And if they don't reply, then that's okay. I'm just going on to the next person. If they do reply, I highlight them in yellow. So then I know that I want to build that relationship with that person. Okay, we already have some kind of engagement, so I don't want to lose that. So then on, like, say on a Tuesday, or rather Monday, Tuesday would be a block, and then Wednesday, Thursday would be another block. So say on a Wednesday, I not only find new people to replace those who haven't engaged back, but also I will go back to my Monday people who were highlighted in yellow, who did engage back, and then I'll check if they have any new posts I can engage with as well. So that way it's just fully you fully eliminate the overwhelm, because you just know that, okay, these are the people I want to engage with. And you can have a list for influencers, you can have a list like that for people you want to collaborate with, like your peers that you want to develop a nice relationship with. And it's really just allowing you to be able to keep an eye on what people are putting out there. And of course, I don't just comment for the sake of commenting. Like, I have to actually read the post and make sure that it's something I want to comment on, and then I'll leave the comment. So it's not just for the sake of notice me, but rather like comes from kind of a genuine place.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's also important. But systematizing it is, honestly, it's going to remove so much of the overwhelm.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. So
Mhm.
for all the people watching, put in hashtag lives so we know you're here live. And then for the people that see this afterwards, hashtag replay. And definitely connect with our guest today, Kitty, because she has a lot of great information on her page, especially LinkedIn. Okay, make sure
Yeah,
you
most
connect.
active on LinkedIn. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, she's very active on LinkedIn. So with that, let's go on to the next C. The
Yes,
last.
the last C. So the last C. So remember, the first one was connect. So it's all about building your audience strategically. The second one was content. So it's all about the content you put on your profile, the content you create for your feed, the content you use in the comment sections, and the content you use in your DMs. And then lastly, the last C is collaborate. So the quickest way to grow your audience is by collaborating with other people. So you can see that currently I'm in front of all of you talking. Um, Eric has a huge audience. Like it's such an honor to be speaking to you. So it's like a really nice way to now for me to grow my audience. So I'm here for half an hour chatting with you, with all of you, and probably a lot of you will want to connect with me, which I would be
Yes.
very happy for you to do. But yeah, this is like a very quick way to grow your audience. And then in exchange, of course, because it's never a one-way street collaboration, it always has to be two-way street. You always have to give before you receive, same as everything else. So when I reached out to Eric, I didn't say, Eric, can I come on your live, please? I said to him, like, I would love to have you on my live. And if you feel like I would add value to your audience, I'd be more than happy to come on yours. But we
Yes.
first scheduled in some stuff that he would do for me before I was like, I'm here to. But yeah, so you kind of want to make sure that the relationship is very, very two-way, and the relationship is you kind of initiate with offering something. And so yeah, so it's just the quickest way to grow your audience is by essentially borrowing other people's audience, by speaking in front of other people's audiences. And the key to success is to ensure that you have the same audience. So
Yes.
I see a lot of people collaborating and being kind of curious or kind of like shocked that it doesn't quite work because they expect that they'll speak on each other's platforms and then that will generate a lot of followers, a lot of new eyeballs, or whatever you want to call it. Um, the key for that to happen is that you must have the same one, you must serve the same type of audience, and ideally differently. So you're not really like kind of offering the same solution to the audience, but rather you're serving the audience like differently in a complementing way. So as you know, Eric is an amazing sales coach, and I'm a brand strategist. So I don't do sales, I don't teach sales. So we work really well together because we serve the same audience, but it's completely different. But for you to have see us in combination, it adds a lot of value to your experience.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the idea. It's all
Yeah.
about the audience. And I suppose what other things for collaboration, don't be afraid to ask people who have much larger audiences than you.
All
I
right.
think a lot of people are, and I completely get it, but at the same time you sometimes just got to bite the bullet and go for it, and you'd be surprised how
Yes.
nice people are, especially if you're starting out and you're coming from a place of like I don't really like, I've got a tiny audience but it's growing, like would you be up for collaborating with me? So many people will say yes, especially in this industry. People tend to be really nice and they want to help each other out and don't really view each other as competition, so definitely do that. I remember the first person I asked to collaborate was a woman who had a Facebook group of 9,000 people,
Wow.
and I had 280 connections on LinkedIn.
Okay.
And I messaged her. I thought she was amazing. Like, I loved her content on Instagram. And I messaged her and I was like, I love your content and I would love to collaborate with you. And then we went on a call. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh. I was on a call with this amazing woman that I had been following on Instagram. So I was like, yeah, so my audience is quite small. I'm quite new to all of this, but I would love to collaborate with you and have you on my live or whatever. Turns out she didn't have any presence on LinkedIn. So she was quite happy to just go for it. And then the next thing I knew, she was running a challenge in her Facebook group of 9,000 people. And I was one of the guest experts. So
Wow.
yeah, so it's a pretty good. You would be surprised how far you can go with a bit of just go for it kind of attitude.
Courage. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I love collaborations. I know there was a lady on here a few minutes ago, Cassandra. Actually collaborated with her on a call I did on Monday. I do this every Monday for it's a global call. And she's a mindset coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, just like you said, it fits in perfectly with what I do because I teach sales, and my first week on it, like 2 weeks of my course is talking about mindset, right? So it was a natural fit. And what's funny is before I collaborate with people, I don't actually look at the number of people that follow them. That's not even a criteria of mine. You know what I
That's
look at? I
yeah.
look at the content that they provided.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna go watch your videos. Like I've seen your videos interview. You had a series where you interviewed several experts, and
Yeah.
I was watching. I'm like, this is good stuff, right? So like you said, you just never know who will collaborate with you. Don't think you have to have a huge following, because you don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking for the value you'll give, not how many people you have.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But I want you to give my audience great value. So
Absolutely.
so you bring up a real good point there.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, and we have a lot more people coming on. Wow. You have a big audience. This is
Oh,
great.
thank you very
And
much.
and yeah, so folks, make sure you share this information. Okay, don't keep it to
Mm,
yourself. Share this information, so that you can help other people with it, because this is great
okay.
information.
It's
Absolutely.
the most important.
So I did want to ask you this. There's a myth that you have to have a big audience to be successful online. All right. And I know you talk about this a little bit. So tell me your take on this.
You absolutely do not have to have a big audience to close clients online. It's just you have to make sure that you are in front of the right people. So the first C of the three C's is the most important in a way, because it will get you started. You have to curate your audience. So what I mean by that is to make sure that you connect with your ideal client type of people. And that way, every time you show up, even if you have 100 people in your audience, if you show up and you give value, even if just 10% of them listen, that's already 10 people, maybe one of them will convert. So you really do not have to have a big audience. You can get started with as little as possible. I actually prefer if my clients have tiny audiences. Like I had a client who only had like, I want to say like 28 connections. And I was so excited because I was like, this is fantastic. We can build it from scratch. And every single person in that audience is going to be your ideal client type of person. So it doesn't matter what you post. It doesn't matter how many people are in your audience. It's all about what you post, how you show up for those people who are in the audience. And when you have very few connections and then you build it up like that, then you have more and more. And of course, it's like everything over time, it compounds. And then you will have people coming to you asking you for solutions because you are ensuring that you're in front of the right people. So for example, I had a person come to me asking to help him with his brand strategy, and it was really like, I honestly don't think I had over 300 connection, like maybe just over, maybe like 400 connections or something like that. Like not a lot of connections before I started attracting clients. This is not me going out. I actually got clients before this person came to me.
Yes.
So this is fully someone coming to me out of the blue, which has happened, sorry, a few times afterwards as well. And this is something that, that's how strong brand works for you. But the most important is that, this person came to me with like from a small audience, from a very small audience. So it's very much possible, very much possible.
Absolutely.
And of course, the more of an audience you have, yeah, probably this will happen more often. I don't know, because my audience still isn't huge, and I'm still like, closing clients regularly. And I love social selling. I think a lot of people are kind of nervous about it because you don't know how do you go about it, but I absolutely love it. I think it's such a great way of making connections and selling, and you really do not have to have a large audience to get it going, and you really do not have even a large audience to start attracting the clients.
Absolutely. That brings us to a good point. So you don't have a large following,
Have we
but
lost Eric?
oh, I'm here. You don't see me? I see you. Okay. She must have froze. I'm here. I hope you guys see me. If you see me, tell me you see me, guys. I think she froze.
Okay, we're back.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Was that
Okay.
me who went missing, or was it
I
you?
think I was fine. I didn't see myself freeze, but I saw you freeze, but that's fine.
No, I saw you freeze, and then the whole entire thing went dark. So I
No,
assumed it
no,
must be me, and I was like, oh
we're
my god.
good.
Perfect.
Everybody's here. Everybody's here.
So
Yeah. So
yeah.
you brought up a good point about you don't have to have a large following.
Mm.
Now, I was surprised that you don't have a large following because I know you have a lot of clients that have had success
Mm.
with your program because you have the workshop, you have different programs that you do. So can you share with this audience some of maybe success stories of your clients because I know them, but I want them to know them.
But yeah, of course. So one of my very proud moments actually came yesterday. It was very nice. I was talking to one of my clients and she was like, yeah, just someone reached out to me. So this is a woman who's been a mindset coach for a couple of years prior to working with me. And she obviously she's got amazing mindset, so she had no problem getting to the level of like getting clients and getting things a bit more consistently, even though she didn't have much of a marketing strategy in place. And then she kind of plateaued, and that's when she wanted to maybe start working with me so that she could take things to the next level. She also wanted to enter the American and the British market. So she's from Norway originally, so this is where I specialize. I specialize in helping people who speak English as a second language who want to do business with English speaking clients. So it was a perfect match for us. We hit it off right from the start. And then she just told me that yeah, somebody reached out to me from this new niche because she wants to work. Her plan was to enter the oil and gas industry as well and become a mindset coach for executives from there. And it was really interesting because the first person that she attracted was actually from maritime industry,
Okay.
and the second one was from the energy from yeah, like renewable energy or something similar. So it just goes to show how important it is to nail your niche, because when you do, you're gonna start attracting people from outside of your niche. Like I also get English native clients, they also come to me because they see that okay, she's helping the people speak English as a second language, but why is she not helping me? So
Yeah.
I want to be helped. So yeah, it's very crucial to nail your niche and then follow these kinds of visibility strategies and other strategies, of course, that I have in my toolbox. But yeah, it's very important. So yeah, so she had signed clients since we worked together, but this was like the first time that people like reached out to her and
Yes.
asked to work with her, and then she just signed them on, no problem, because of course when someone reaches out to you for a solution, it's the easiest thing to convert.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
so
Yes.
yeah, so yeah, so she does a lot of these visibility principles that I was talking about. Of course, with her, like we sit together. I work through her like we worked on her LinkedIn profile top to bottom, like her content strategy, her commenting strategy, like all of these things, her collaborations, and all of these things. But yeah, it works really fast and really really nicely. It's a very magical thing.
Yes, yes, awesome. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So everybody's, you can see the benefit of working with her. So, what I would recommend is you connect with her, learn more, invest in yourself because it's all about investment. I remember when I first came online, and
Hmm.
I wasn't sure about anything. Like I didn't even know how to do a video, right? And
Yeah.
but I wanted to learn, so I invested in a coach to teach me how to do videos. Now I
Yeah.
can do them in my sleep, right? I
Yeah.
remember,
Yeah.
I remember, I didn't know how to do things like this, StreamYard. I never heard of it, right? But I just took the action to get started, and I
Yeah.
made mistakes, but I'm here, right? So I always try to tell people, don't just watch and listen, right? Think about it. If you can get this much value for free, imagine what you can get if you paid something,
Exactly.
right? Yeah, so do
Exactly.
yourself a favor and
Exactly.
invest. So we're wrapping up now, but can you tell us maybe any closing comment before you share with us how the people can contact you, how they can
Mhm.
get to learn more about what you do?
Yes, of course. Yeah, definitely agree on the if you don't know something, invest in finding it out. It just makes your life so much quicker and easier, your journey. Um, but yes, so a few things that I'm doing. Of course, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. So I'm gonna leave with Eric my LinkedIn link, so you can click it and connect with me. Please connect. Don't just follow, so I can see that we are connected and we can have a conversation. So yeah, I much prefer to have connections rather than followers. So yes, please connect. And then I've also got, so if you're interested in, having a polished look when you show up online as a service-based entrepreneur, is very, very crucial that you have a polished look when you show up online, because, services, unlike products, they are intangible. So it's very, very difficult to convince people that the quality of your service is indeed high, and therefore reassure them that investing in your services is a good idea. So having a polished look, and I mean like a nice website, a nice LinkedIn profile, nice colors that kind of work in your favor, it's really, really crucial. And it can be what makes or breaks whether a client signs up with you or signs up with someone else. And especially if you're targeting corporate clients, is extremely crucial, because the corporate environment is very, very competitive. So people who are in these decision-making roles, they are looking at these different people who come and pitch to them, and then they'll decide based on these little tiny factors that differentiate them from one another and make them look more polished than the next guy. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a workshop this Thursday at 4 p.m. Central European, 5 p.m. British, and I want to say, what time would that be in America? I don't know.
What time did you say it was?
So 4 p.m., 5 p.m. British.
So you guys are 5 hours ahead.
Oh no! Wait, yeah, no. So 5 p.m. European. Sorry, 5 p.m. European.
So that's
4
6
p.m.
hours.
British. 4 p.m. British. So it would be like.
So 4 p.m. London time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 12, about
So
12 minutes.
there
Yeah,
you go.
because 5
Lunchtime.
hours. Yes.
A nice lunch and learn if you're in the East, and then earlier if you're in the West. I'm sorry, I should have prepared
It's
with
okay.
the.
It's okay.
Like,
What I'd recommend to anybody on here is just confirm, right? Just go
yeah,
online, do the
yeah,
conversion.
exactly.
This time is UK time. What time is it in my time? Just
Yeah. So it's at so it's next. So no, sorry, it's this Thursday at 5 p.m. British, 5 p.m. UK time. Okay, and no, sorry, I'm getting confused. 4 p.m. UK, 4 p.m.
Okay,
UK.
okay, no
So
problem.
4 p.m. UK, where I'm running a workshop all about redesigning your brand look. So redesigning and relaunching your brand look, and what are the steps that have to go into that process. So if you want to get yourself ready for September, for the autumn, or for the fall, and you want to make sure like, okay, I'm gonna get myself together and I'm gonna create this amazing polished look, just so I add a bit of extra to the way people perceive my quality, and that way I can maybe charge higher prices or have more client consistency or win corporate contracts. If you are thinking of these things, come along to the workshop. You're going to learn a lot. It's a 3-step process. I like everything in threes. Very easy to follow. Each of the steps starts with an R, so easy to remember. But yeah, so come along, because I'm going to tell you all about how to recreate your brand look to make sure that your brand is associated with the things that you want people to associate you with, and how to then communicate the big relaunch that you're doing this autumn. So
Awesome.
this Thursday, I'm gonna say it again, 4 p.m. UK, 4 p.m. London time, and it's a live workshop. It's only an hour and super, super practical. So I'll see
Okay.
you there, and I'll send the link to Eric as well, so that you can click it and just very easily register.
Awesome. Awesome. So is this workshop is like $1,000, $500? Like, what is it?
It's absolutely free of charge.
What?
Yes,
Free?
yes,
Oh,
it
then
is.
there's
It is
no excuse.
it is my gift for all the people who maybe took the summer a little bit easy, and now they're like, oh my gosh, I've got 3 months left
Wow.
of the year and I need to get
Yes.
some stuff done. So this is my gift to you. So come join live so you get the most out of the experience. And then, yeah, it will be very practical. You will walk away with some actual things you can implement right away.
Wow. Thank you so much. That's amazing, folks. You guys don't understand how much money I had to pay to get access to Kitty, and now she's giving you access for free. So definitely show up at that workshop. Go on her page, right? So if you're not sure what time or whatever, just go on her page, connect
Yeah.
with her, and you'll find it, right? And bring some people with you, because this is amazing. Thank you so much We
Yes.
really appreciate you coming today. If you have any last words, you can share it. If not, we'll close it out for the day.
I just wanted to say a huge thank you for everyone who joined, whether it's the morning, the afternoon, the evening for you. I love it. Thank you so much for all the engagement. Thank you for saying hi and for commenting. It's been really, really amazing. Please come connect with me on LinkedIn so we can continue the conversation, and join the workshop to learn more about how you can relaunch your brand look.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Here in America, we say, oh my God. But in Europe, they say, oh my days. And I see calls. So yeah, we thank you so much. We appreciate you. And and I'm sure a lot of people will be at your workshop. So
I
again,
love
thank you
I
for
look
stopping
forward to having you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank
by. All right.
you.
All
Have a
right.
great
Bye-bye.
day.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.